I've been taking care of my wife's best friend's kid. I'm exhausted, so I told my wife that I'm tired of raising a kid that is not mine. Am I the A? I, 31 male, am married to my wife Amber, 30 female, and we have a daughter, Emma, 7 female. The problem is my wife's best friend Jennifer has a daughter named Harper, 7 female. Harper's dad is a lazy sack of crap and refuses to do anything with his daughter. He is the type of guy that brags about how he never changed a diaper. To elaborate, Harper's dad epitomizes the worst kind of uninvolved parenting. While most fathers would cherish the opportunity to bond with their children, he prides himself on his detachment. His lack of participation isn't limited to diaper changes, it extends to every aspect of Harper's upbringing. He doesn't attend her school events, help with homework, or show any interest in her hobbies. His weekends are spent drinking and watching sports, completely ignoring Harper's need for a father figure. Jennifer, despite her best efforts, struggles to fill the void left by Harper's dad. She juggles work, household responsibilities, and trying to be both mother and father to Harper. The emotional and financial burden is immense, and it's clear that Jennifer is often exhausted and overwhelmed. This situation has led Jennifer and Harper to spend most weekends at our house while Harper's dad is drinking and watching sports all weekend. Amber and Jennifer have been best friends for years, and Amber feels a strong sense of duty to support Jennifer and Harper. However, this dynamic has created a unique set of challenges for me. Every Saturday, the time I had hoped to dedicate exclusively to Emma is now shared with Harper. It's not that I don't care for Harper, but the situation feels unfair, especially when Harper's own father should be stepping up. My frustration boils over when I think about how Harper's dad's neglect impacts not only Jennifer and Harper but also my family. It's disheartening to see such a blatant disregard for parental responsibilities. His behavior isn't just lazy, it's irresponsible and selfish. He seems content to let others pick up his slack, while he remains in his bubble of indifference. The resentment builds as I find myself taking on roles that Harper's dad should fulfill. Whether it's teaching the girls to ride bikes, taking them to dance class, or simply being a present and attentive father figure, these responsibilities weigh heavily on me. It's not Harper's fault, and I know that, but the constant intrusion on my father-daughter time with Emma leaves me feeling increasingly resentful. What's worse is that Harper's dad's attitude hasn't changed, despite numerous opportunities for him to step up. He remains steadfast in his neglect, leaving Jennifer and Harper to fend for themselves. This ongoing neglect not only affects Harper's emotional well-being but also places an undue burden on Jennifer, who is left to shoulder the parental responsibilities alone. It's a cycle of frustration and disappointment that affects everyone involved. In conclusion, while my wife and I strive to support Jennifer and Harper, the situation with Harper's dad remains a significant source of tension. His failure to be a responsible parent impacts not only his own family but also ours, as we find ourselves compensating for his shortcomings. Mother's Day was the last straw. That Saturday morning I took both Emma and Harper to their dance class. Amber and I pay for both girls' classes because Harper's dad, the deadbeat, won't contribute a cent. This has always been a sore point for me, but I've tolerated it for the sake of peace. However, this Mother's Day pushed me over the edge. After dance class, Emma asked if we could stop to get something for her mom for Mother's Day. I agreed, wanting to make the day special for Amber. But as soon as Harper heard this, she asked if we could also get something for her mom, Jennifer. Instantly, a wave of frustration washed over me. Why was it falling on me to buy a Mother's Day gift for someone else's wife? That's her dad's responsibility, not mine. As we drove home, I couldn't shake off the anger bubbling inside me. Here I was, trying to do something nice for Amber, and it turned into another chore imposed by Harper's dad's neglect. I couldn't help but think about all the times I've had to step in for him. Whether it's dance class fees or buying Mother's Day gifts, his absence is constantly felt. It's not just about the money, it's about the principle. This man is shirking his duties, and I'm left picking up the pieces. A few days later, after Mother's Day had passed, I decided it was time to speak up. I didn't want to ruin the holiday for Amber, so I waited until the right moment. When I finally broached the subject with her, I tried to be as calm and rational as possible. I told her that I was tired of raising Harper and that her real father needed to step up. I expressed how it was taking away precious time I wanted to spend with Emma. It's not that I don't care about Harper, but the constant burden was becoming too much. Amber didn't take it well. She insisted that Jennifer is her best friend and that we need to be there for Harper. I understand her perspective, but it felt like my concerns were being dismissed. The conversation quickly turned heated, and Amber ended up not speaking to me. She's been sleeping in the guest bedroom ever since. The silence in our home is deafening. I didn't want to cause a rift, but I felt like I had no choice but to voice my frustration. It's hard enough balancing work and family life without the added pressure of compensating for Harper's dad's negligence. I hoped that Amber would understand where I was coming from, but but instead, it feels like she's chosen Jennifer's needs over mine. This situation has left me feeling isolated and misunderstood. I love Amber and I want to support her, but I also need her to see how this is affecting me and our family. I'm at a loss for how to move forward. Just wanted to add some additional info. Emma and Harper are best friends. Their bond is incredibly strong, and they do almost everything together. Seeing them so close is heartwarming, but it also complicates things. Because of their friendship, Harper is almost always at our house, especially on weekends. It was my idea to spend Saturdays with Emma. I work long hours during the week and don't get to see her as much as I'd like. Saturdays were supposed to be our special time together, a chance for me to reconnect with my daughter and create lasting memories. I also wanted to give Amber a bit of a break, some time for herself to relax and recharge. However, this plan often gets overshadowed by the presence of Harper. We pay for both girls' activities because Jennifer's husband, the deadbeat, thinks it's a waste of money to pay for dance class. Jennifer can't afford to pay by herself, so we cover the costs for Harper as well. It's frustrating because this isn't our responsibility, but we do it to ensure Harper doesn't miss out on opportunities she deserves. Jennifer and Harper do things with Amber and Emma once or twice a week during the weeknights. These outings help strengthen their bond and provide some support to Jennifer, who is struggling to manage everything on her own. While I understand the importance of these interactions, it adds to the ongoing issue of Harper's father's neglect. He should be the one stepping up and providing for his daughter, not relying on us to fill in the gaps. Update 1. Things at home were much worse than I was aware of for Jennifer, and my wife had only recently found out how bad things were. Jennifer had been dealing with a lot more than I had imagined. Her husband's neglect and emotional absence were just the tip of the iceberg. The situation was dire, and Jennifer was struggling to keep it all together for Harper's sake. Mother's Day was the straw that broke the camel's back for Jennifer as well. She grew up in a family that believed you must stay together for the kids, no matter what. But when Harper came to me for a Mother's Day gift, Jennifer had a revelation. She realized that her daughter did not see her biological father as a real dad. This moment was pivotal. It was a harsh reality check for Jennifer, making her see that staying with her husband was doing more harm than good. It was time for her to get out. Jennifer came to my wife to ask for help leaving because she had no family in the area and lacked the financial resources to leave on her own. She was desperate and had nowhere else to turn. Jennifer confided in Amber, revealing the true extent of her struggles. She was trapped in a toxic and neglectful environment, and the situation had reached a breaking point. Amber, always the compassionate friend, was deeply moved by Jennifer's plight. She knew that Jennifer needed support and a safe place to stay. So, the night my wife was going to ask me if we could help Jennifer is when I, completely unaware of the depth of Jennifer's situation, told her I was tired of raising someone else's kid. My frustration with Harper's father's negligence had built up, and I vented to Amber without realizing the full picture. That's what caused Amber's strong reaction. The Saturday after our initial argument, Jennifer did not come over and Emma went to her grandparents'. This break from the usual routine gave Amber and me a chance to have a long, uninterrupted discussion about what was really going on. Amber shared everything she had learned about Jennifer's dire circumstances. The gravity of her situation hit me hard. It wasn't just about Harper's father being a deadbeat. Jennifer was in a crisis and needed our help more than ever. Hearing the full story, I felt a deep sense of regret for my earlier outburst. Jennifer wasn't just dealing with an uninvolved partner. She was facing a serious crisis with no support system in place. Her plea to Amber wasn't just a casual ask for help, it was a desperate cry for assistance from someone she trusted. Amber's explanation made me see the situation from a different perspective. Jennifer and Harper needed more than just occasional help. They needed a stable, safe environment where they could start rebuilding their lives. My initial frustration seemed trivial in comparison to the urgency of Jennifer's need for a lifeline. With this newfound understanding, Amber and I decided to open our home to Jennifer and Harper. It was clear that they had nowhere else to go, and turning them away was not an option. Our focus shifted from the inconvenience of the situation to the necessity of providing support for someone in genuine need. Amber and I decided that Jennifer and Harper could stay with us for the time being. My problem was never with those two. It was that I had to take over for the deadbeat. Knowing the full context, I couldn't turn my back on them. They needed us. When we told Emma about this, she was super happy that her best friend was staying with her. We had a conversation with her, explaining that if she wanted to have time with either parent without Harper, she just needed to let us know. We assured her that we didn't want her to feel left out of anything. Last weekend, with the help of Hall and some friends, we got all of Jennifer's and Harper's stuff and moved it into our house. The good thing is we have a 4-bedroom house, so everyone gets a bedroom. The bad news is my wife's office moved to the basement, which isn't ideal but necessary under the circumstances. Wish me luck, we shall see how this goes. This situation is far from easy, but knowing the full story has given me a new perspective. We're doing the right thing by helping Jennifer and Harper, and hopefully, we'll come out of this stronger as a family. Update 2. Jen and Harper are still living with us. As I mentioned before, Jen did not make that much money. She worked as a phlebotomist for our local health network, which didn't pay well enough to support herself and Harper independently. Despite her dedication and hard work, the financial strain was a constant burden. The good news is that with the current nursing shortage, the health network introduced a program that pays for employees to go to nursing school. This opportunity was a lifeline for Jen. She was able to start the program at the end of August. It was a significant step forward for her, offering a chance to improve her financial situation and secure a better future for herself and Harper. However, the program came with its own set of challenges. It's an 18-month intensive course, and participants are only allowed to work 20 hours a week while enrolled. This meant that Jen's already tight finances would be stretched even thinner during this period. She would need to juggle studying, limited work hours, and caring for Harper, all while living with us. The arrangement we came to was that once Jen graduates, she will move out. This plan gave her a clear goal to work towards and provided a timeline for us as well. It's a challenging path, but the end result would be worth it. Jen's graduation is expected to be next May, which feels both far away and just around the corner. In the meantime, our household dynamics have to adapt to accommodate Jen's rigorous schedule. She spends most of her time either studying or working her reduced hours. It's a demanding routine, but she's incredibly determined and focused on making it through the program. The support system we provide is crucial, giving her the stability and peace of mind she needs to concentrate on her studies. We've all made adjustments to help Jen succeed. Amber and I take on additional responsibilities to ensure that Harper's needs are met and that Jen has the space and time to study. It's a team effort, and while it's not always easy, we all understand the importance of what Jen is working towards. The prospect of Jen becoming a nurse is a beacon of hope. It promises a better future for her and Harper, free from the financial insecurities that have plagued them. While the present situation is tough, the light at the end of the tunnel keeps us all motivated. We look forward to celebrating her graduation and the new opportunities it will bring for her family. In the meantime, the divorce with Deadbeat is still ongoing. Once he found out he was going to have to pay child support, he tried every dirty, nasty trick he could think of. It's been a nightmare for Jennifer, who already has enough on her plate with nursing school and caring for Harper. Deadbeat's tactics have ranged from delaying court proceedings to making false accusations against Jennifer. He's done everything he can to avoid his financial responsibilities, dragging out the process as long as possible. Each new trick he pulls seems designed to make Jennifer's life more difficult and stressful. For example, he's constantly failing to show up for court dates, forcing them to be rescheduled and prolonging the whole ordeal. He's also tried to claim that Jennifer is an unfit mother, despite having no evidence to back up his accusations. These claims are baseless, but they add emotional strain and complicate the legal proceedings. Every time Jennifer thinks she's made progress, Deadbeat throws another wrench into the works. It's exhausting and demoralizing, but she remains determined to see it through. She knows that getting the divorce finalized and securing child support is crucial for Harper's well-being and their future stability. The legal fees are piling up and the financial strain is intense, especially with Jennifer's reduced work hours due to nursing school. We do our best to support her emotionally and financially, but it's a heavy burden. The uncertainty of not knowing when the divorce will be finalized adds to the stress. Despite the challenges, Jennifer remains resolute. She's focused on her goals, completing nursing school, securing a stable income, and ensuring a better life for Harper. It's a difficult road, but she's not facing it alone. We're here to help her navigate the twists and turns of this prolonged and bitter divorce battle. It's a frustrating situation for all of us. The sooner the divorce is finalized, the sooner Jennifer and Harper can move forward without the shadow of Deadbeat looming over them. My wife is doing good. She is happy she is helping her best friend. However, having 5 people in the house is a lot more work than having 3. Since she works from home, the pre- and post-school work often falls on her. Despite the added workload, Amber remains positive and dedicated to making this arrangement work for everyone. Emma and Harper are still best friends, and their bond is as strong as ever. Shockingly, Harper is doing much better in this environment than before. The stability and support she receives here have had a noticeable positive impact on her. They don't do everything together anymore, which has allowed both girls to explore their individual interests. Harper quit dance class, but she started with soccer, which she really enjoys. I think knowing that she will get fatherly attention no matter what she is doing has given her some freedom to pursue other interests. It's heartwarming to see her confidence grow as she finds new activities that she loves. Interestingly, Harper has turned into my Lego buddy. Emma never had any interest in Legos, but Harper and I have done some nice sets together. This has become a special bonding activity for us. Building Legos not only provides a fun pastime, but also gives Harper the fatherly attention she has been missing. It's rewarding to see her enthusiasm and creativity flourish through our Lego projects. Amber and I work hard to balance our responsibilities and ensure that both Emma and Harper feel supported and loved. While the dynamics of our household have certainly changed, we're adapting and finding new ways to connect and spend quality time together. It's not always easy, but seeing the positive impact on Harper and the strong friendship between the girls makes it all worthwhile. Emma and I still have our daddy-daughter dates on the weekend. I still take her to dance class, and she recently started taking fencing classes. Watching her learn to fence has been both exciting and a little intimidating. I don't know if I should be proud or scared that she could defeat me in a sword fight one day. It's incredible to see her develop new skills and interests, and our time together remains special and cherished. A year later, I think I am doing better. Having a plan with a timetable for Jen and Harper has relieved a lot of stress from my life. Knowing that there is an end goal in sight helps me manage the day-to-day challenges more effectively. The fact that I also don't have to see Deadbeat has been a significant relief. His absence from our lives has removed a source of constant tension and frustration. I also try to take a few hours a month for myself to do my hobbies. These moments of me time are crucial for my mental well-being and help me recharge. Whether it's working on a personal project or just relaxing, these breaks are essential in maintaining my balance. The bad part is I had thought that I was done with the portion of my life where I had roommates. Adjusting to having more people in the house has been challenging. While we all get along and support each other, the lack of privacy and the constant activity can be overwhelming at times. It will be a relief when Jen either gets her nursing job and/or secures child support, so that Amber and I can stop footing the bill for so much. Despite the challenges, there have been many joyful moments. Watching Harper flourish in a supportive environment, seeing Emma and Harper's friendship grow, and even building Lego sets together, these small moments of happiness are precious. They remind me to appreciate the good amidst the difficult. In the midst of supporting others, I learned the importance of self-care. Taking time for my hobbies and personal interests has been crucial for maintaining my mental and emotional well-being. You can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of myself enables me to better support my family.